infrastructure and education. Ladies and gentlemen of this House, it is our duty, it is our obligation to keep track, babantayan yung budget because education is the number one priority of the education sector is found in the BSF, page 298. Hindi nyo pwede babaguhin yung composition ng
binago nyo na naman
sector.
Binago nyo na.
And the increases under the...
Binago nyo na naman Mga panibagong kabalbalan sa budget na diskubrihon itong si Congressman Isidro Unga. But dito sa video na to, papanoorin ho natin ang kaipalan itong si Marcos Jr. Pero bago wala ng yan mga kababayan, kung bago lang ho kayo sa PH Update, isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga susumal sa ating community. Yung join button, nandyan lang ho sa baba. Rekta na ho kagad tayo dito sa kaipalan itong si Marcos Jr. Ganito katindi ang pag-eepal nitong mama na to. Tignan nyo yan mga kababayan. Anak ng toka. Hindi ho natin nakakita yung mga ganyang klaseng galawan nung panahon nitong si dating Pangulo Rodrigo Duterte. Ano yung graduation? Anak ng Petrang Garapata, napakawalang nga talaga itong kaya nang gawin ni Gatchalian yan. Diba? Kaya nang gawin ni Gatchalian yan. Para saan pa inaabot mo yung pera, anak ng Petrang Garapata? Oh, langyang yan. Talaga naman. Konting kahiyan naman ho. Tapos na ho kayo. Higa nga kahit ano pang ipamigay nyo dyan. Wala na. Tapos na. Oh. Hindi ka natatakbo ulit. Para saan pa yan? Para mapataas ang approval at trust rating mo. Hindi yan ang paraan para gawin yon, Marcos Jr. Anak ng tokwa. Kung ganyan lang pala paraan para mapataas ang iyong approval at trust rating. Sana mamigay ka na lang ng mamigay ng ganyan kasi hindi nga gumagana yung strategiya na yan. Yung tipong pag-iipal. Anak ng tokwa, magbibigay ka na lang ng tulong. Ikaw pa... Pwede DSWD. Pwede na yan. Wala ka bang tiwala kay Gatchalian? Baka ninukin niya yung pera? Nagtatanong lang naman. Oh, mayaman naman yung si Gatchalian. Hayaan mo na siyang mamigay dyan. Actually, kahit yung barangay tanod nga lang, pwede niyang ipamigay yan eh. Di ba? Barangay captain. Kaso galawan nga ang Marcos at Romualdez. Ganyan na ganyan no. Hindi niyo ba naalala yung AKAP? Di ba? Pinapapila nila yung mga tao. Pwede naman maghanda ng napakahabang mesa tapos mapuntahin ng dire-diretso mga tao. Pero kailangan pa talaga na papilahin, ipakita sa media na siya nag-aabot ng pera. Ganyan no, kawalang niya yung mama na yan. Oh. Baka sabihin naman iba dyan, PH, meron ka naman at meron nasasabi kay Marcos Jr. Ready kayo ba? Gusto niyo ba yung ganyang klaseng style na pamumuno ng isang presidente? Para saan pa naglagay ka ng sekretary ng DSWD? Anak ng tokwa, kung ganyan din pala gagawin natin, ikaw na maghalo sa DPWH, ikaw nang gumawa ng mga infrastructure, yarin lamang palang pati trabaho ng mga ahensya na dapat na sila na gumagawa, ikaw nasa Malacanang ka, nagkukuman ka lang. Anak ng tokwa. Mula ngayon, gusto ko ikaw nagpapala ng semento naglalagay doon sa mixer Langya ka. Kasi ganyan yan eh. Wala akong kaibahan yun doon sa DPWH. Ngayon naman, kung nasa COA, ikaw yung nag-o-audit. I-check mo yung mga ino-audit nila, ganun gawin mo. Alam ko pinaka-paboritong ginagawa niya si Marcos Jr. Doon sa siya nagbibilang ng pera, di ba? Mga magnanakaw yung mga Marcos na yun, mga kababayan. Sa maniwala ko kay Chain sa bagay yung mga kasama natin dito sa PH Update. Maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw. Alam ng mga kasama natin dito kung gaano katinding magnakaw yung mga Marcos na yan. Grabe ano yun eh. Yung PCO, grabe kawawa mga tao, pinapapila nyo pa ng kahabang-haba. Pwede naman maganda na sandamukal na mesa dyan. Tapos, nasa pangalan mo. Okay yan row 1, row 2, row 3. Meron na kayong naka-assign na papel kung saan kayo pupuntang table para ma-receive nyo yung mga ayos. Kawawa mga Pilipino. Nakananto ko. Kakahiya ka. Ayoko na. Nasusuka ako sa pinagagawan ng mama na to. Baka sabihin naman, PH, namimigay naman siya ng ayuda. Wala namang problema mamigay ka ng ayuda. Pero papilain yung mga kababayan natin ng pagkahaba-haba para lamang ikaw mismo mag-abot ng ayuda sa kanila, napaka-ano naman nun, hindi naman, kahit anong gawin mo pag-abot dyan, di galing sa'yo yan, Brad. Diba? Kahit anong pagpilitan mo na, sungal-ngal sa bunganga nila, ito, binibigay ko itong pera na to, hindi galing sa'yo yan. Kahit sinong nakaupo dyan, ayuda at ayuda pa rin. Kasi yan naman strategy ng pamahalaan na to Dapat manatili sa kahirapan para ika nga pagkapanahon ng kampanya, madaling makapagpabango yung mga epal at mga oligarko at yung mga mayayamang pamilyang gustong pumasok sa politika. Yun ho ang napakapait ng katotohanan nangyayari sa ating bansa. Kung gugustuhin lang ho, sa bagay talagang ginawa itong ating sistema na to para paupuin yung mga mga oligarko Sila yung pipili, bibigyan tayo ng peking choices. Ito. Kaya nung dumating yung Duterte, biglang nagkagulo lahat, di ba? Biglang nagkarigo doon. Yung tipong di malaman itong mga oligarko na to, paano natin kokontrolin yan? Ngayon mga kababayan, sa mga susunod na eleksyon, kung sakaling papiliin kayo ng mga peking choices nitong mga oligarko na to, tapos meron kayong nakita ng Duterte, kahit nakapikit kayo, iboto nyo yung Duterte. Kasi yung mga Duterte, kaya ayaw huyin ng mga oligarko at mga mayayaman, mga nga gustong kumontrol sa ating pamahalan. Hindi ho nila kayang kontrolin ng mga Duterte. Yun ho pinakita. Anong ginawa niya sa mga oligarko hindi nagbabayad ng buwis? Magkano binayaran nitong si Lucio Tan noong mga panahon na yun? 10 bilyon? Hindi nakalimutan ako na 10 bilyon. Kaya isa pa yon sa mga dahilan kung bakit galit na galit itong mga oligarko na to. Wala akong nakalusot sa kanila noong mga panahon na yun. Ngayon, ang hinahabol nila yung mga maliliit na mga manggagawa, mga maliliit na negosyante, yun ang hinahabol nila sa buwis. Diba? Tinaasan yung buwis para sa mga savings, tinaasan ng buwis para kung ano-ano lang pinagagawa nila para lamang makompensate yung buwis na dapat na makuha nila doon sa mga mayayamang oligarko. Kaya ang pinapahirapan nila yung mga kababayan natin, yung mga ordinaryong Pilipino, yung mga ordinaryong manggagawa. Ganyan kawalang ya itong administrasyon na to. Rekta na ho tayo dito kay Congressman Isidro Unga, but dito sa sagutan nilang Dolores Sansigo. Sige, paano nagsagot? Ito na, nagtanaw tayo dito, sagot. Ito, parang ngayon lang kita nakita, Ortega. Mamimiss na kita, bro. Ano nangyari dun sa balbas mong pampaangas mo? Huwag kang kalma ka lang, actually, nagawi na kami dyan sa lugar mo, napakarami rin palang pansipikadong flood control dyan. Ngayon, nagbabait-baitan na yung mukha mo, Kalma ka lang, aabot tayo dyan.
Few questions.
Okay?
The Honorable Ungab is now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mine is not an interpellation. This is only a manifestation. I respect the views and opinions of my colleagues, and I salute my good friend, Congressman Elise, for taking the road of statesmanship a bit further. Mr. Speaker, the budget of the Office of the Vice President had suffered so much reductions in 2024 and in 2025. Drastic reductions. I was a member of the previous Congress, the 19th Congress, and even there were two occasions that we were even debating at the committee level to the point of heated debates, perhaps altercation, to the point of this representation and the former congressman, now Senator Dante Marcoleta. We were debating at the Appropriations Committee level because during the time they were not willing to grant the traditional parliamentary courtesy deserving a higher or co-equal office of government. Mahaba yung discussion. Hindi ko lang maintindihan kung bakit diretso magtatanong yung mga kasama natin to a higher office, which is the office of the Vice President. We argued there.
Yan.
respect for the due process, no for the budget process. How can we respect the budget process? Let me say this. My only hope is that all things will be corrected in this Congress. The budget process will be corrected in this budget and in this Congress. Why I said that? There are two parts of the annual budget that is presented to us by the executive. First part is the new general appropriations, and the second part is the automatic appropriations. Yung automatic appropriations, hindi na natin yan pinag-uusapan dito because they are already covered by previous special laws debated by our predecessors. Pero in the 2025 budget, the automatic appropriations were mangled. Lumampas. May dagdag bawas. 14 special laws were amended. Kasama na yung PhilHealth law at saka syntax law amended. Ang daming ginalaw. 14 special laws sa automatic appropriations na hindi dapat ginagalaw yan. Pagdating sa new general appropriations, kaya nga tayo tinatawag na General Appropriations Act, New General Appropriations, yun yung ating didiscuss. What comprises the new general appropriations? The program funds and the unprogrammed funds. Program funds, 26 out of 27 departments were mangled beyond recognition. Isa lang ang hindi ginalaw, DBM. Bakit ang lakas ng DBM?
Nako.
26 were mangled. Dagdag bawas. At saka yung program appropriations nilipat sa program including the foreign assisted projects. At saka yung fiscal space na naiwan, pinalitan ng mga priority pet projects na wala man lang sa National Development Plan ng ating Republika ng Pilipinas. Pet projects inserted. That's why in this rostrum, I said last August 4, the 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget ever passed by this Congress and perhaps by the entire Philippine history. Ginalaw, program appropriations, and program appropriations may ongoing releases pa. Alam niyo kung anong worry ko? For us, legislators, even the executive, must consider that the number one priority of the Constitution says that education will be given the priority and the highest budget year per year. Sa 2025 budget, nahabol ng DPWH ang total infrastructure budget. Kahit ano pang sasabihin nila at binago yung composition, still malaki pa rin ang infrastructure budget kaysa education sector. And they are still releasing from unprogrammed funds. Mas lalong lumaki yung gap between infrastructure and education. Ladies and gentlemen of this House, it is our duty, it is our obligation to keep track, babantayan yung budget because education is the number one priority of the Republic of the Philippines. Iniwan na ng budget ng infrastructure. Highly questionable ba kasi yung mga releases ang malalaki flood control projects.
Yan.
Where can we get respect from that?
Banat lang.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Palakpakan nun natin itong si Kong Wap. Ay, kasi yung palakpak.
gentlemen of this House, my personal, yes, OBP, what I am saying is the budget process. How will we get respect? That's why the chairman, Madam, the Appropriations Committee, this Congress have a very big role to perform, to correct the image, to correct the impression. We must be able to come up with an honest-to-goodness budget for 2025. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Ito, punta na po tayo sa sagutan nila nitong si Mika Swansing.
Some may have been already asked, but I would like to ask them again, considering that I
Wala ning balbas niya, yung
laid down
pampaangas
for
niya na balbas.
my
Tinanggal
analysis
niya.
about the budget. Let me begin by asking for 2024, how much was released to the DPWH, which were
Yeah.
sourced from the unprogrammed appropriations? 2024.
Magaling ho yan. Ako pagka si BP naging presidente, yan ang kung pwede siyang speaker. Kasi napaka-transparent to. Nakita niyo naman tayo niya sa mga ano. August pa lang. August pa lang sinasabi na niya kung gaano kakurap yung 2025 budget. Nangyari na ang nangyari. Ay, August pa. June pa lang ata. Last year pa. Sorry, Congressman Uhab. Nag-file pala kayo ng petition sa Korte Suprema. Last year pa. Sorry. Yere, kasama ko niya itong si Atty. Rodriguez. Nag-file pala sila ng petition sa Korte Suprema para i-declare ang unconstitutional. Itong 2025 budget. Noon pa lang pala. Sorry. Erase. Magaling mo yan. Kung sakaling pwedeng maging speaker yan. Kung sakali pwedeng maging speaker, pero malamang sa malamang Lord Alan Velasco yan, tapos itong appropriation, di ba? Ganun ho yan mga kababayan. Basta ilagay ang mama na yan sa mataas na pwesto sa House of Representatives. Kung sakaling maging presidente si Vice President Sara, si VP Sara. Tuloy natin.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, for the year 2024, the unprogrammed appropriations releases pertaining to flood control would total 107.8 billion pesos po.
107.8
billion pesos po.
billion. Okay. Can I get a breakdown of this?
Mr. Speaker,
What particular programs?
particular programs. Would it be specific projects po, as in line item per line
Specific
item?
projects later.
Okay.
Was the programs lang muna.
Ano
Like,
na? Asan na yung mga nagmamadaling, yung tipong ina-approve budget ngayon, wala na. Wala na itatayo yung tipong magpapatayan ng mic, yung magbabastusan sa floor, wala nang ganon. Kayo naman, oo. 23, 24, 25, meron ganon eh. 25, meron din ganon eh. Ito 26 budget, wala bang bastusan ngayon? Yung tatayo itong sigarin, yung tipong magra-rap sila dyan sa mic para lang ma-suspend, matapos yung interpolation. Walang ganon. Pambihira, oo.
Is it sourced out from strengthening assistance for government, infra and social programs? Is it sourced out from support to foreign assisted projects? Is this sourced out from government counterpart or FAPs?
Ano na, Sadsig, bilisan
Mr.
mo.
Speaker, distinguished colleague, I could give the disaggregation po across two categories. We could also provide a full list if our distinguished colleague would prefer that. But in terms of the breakdown po, under SAGIP, out of the 107.8 billion pesos, 85.7 billion pesos of that would be sourced from SAGIP, and the other 22.1 billion pesos would be sourced out po from FAPs.
Okay, just give me the data after or later. Can you provide me the list of foreign assisted projects that were funded from the unprogrammed funds, both DOP counterpart and loan proceeds?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, we actually have it po on hand. We could share it to our distinguished colleague right away.
Well, thank you.
Up.
Okay. Were there allotment releases for flood control projects? What are these? What are these FAPs? And how much were released?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, for the 22.1 billion pesos released from FAPS, I could share the breakdown, but there are,
Is this for 2024, 2025?
for 2024 po, Mr.
2024,
Speaker,
okay.
there are 8 projects po,
Okay.
totaling 22.1 billion pesos. If our distinguished colleague would prefer, I could say them quickly po, or I could share the copy
For
as well po.
2024, if I remember it right, I questioned this during the DPWH budget. Those POPs were stricken, were deleted from, so yung unprogram, are these the same projects that were deleted in the program funds for POPs? I would assume, kasi hindi yun marirelease kung wala yung item, di ba? When was this released?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, that is correct. The items that were deleted from the DPWH budget under FAPS are the same items that are
Nilipat sa
programmed
program,
under.
tapos ito
Essentially po,
nirelease.
opo.
But
Nilipat po.
ang tanong ko next is, when was this released? Ang point, anyway, you just, to save time, kasi umaandar yung minuto, just give it to me later. Ang point ko kasi, nadidelay yung mga projects because nilipat sa unprogram yung ang ating foreign assisted, the big projects, right?
That is correct po. I'll answer po very quickly, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, na most of them po were released around February, May of the year 2024. Meron pong dalawa na June at September, pero karamihan po February and May
It
ng
should have
2024.
been released earlier kung nasa program fund siya, di ba?
That
Okay.
is correct, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague.
There is a huge amount in 2024 under SAGIP, which will charge again Purpose 1 of the unprogrammed appropriations. What are the specific infra programs and projects that were provided with the release of these funds?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, the items under SAGIP totaling 85.7 billion pesos under unprogrammed appropriations for the year 2024 are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects po.
What are
mabubuo
these
po.
6 projects again, please?
The projects po, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, the number of line items are quite voluminous. They are spread across 6 line items. However, it comprises about 29 pages of line
Kung
items.
iba'y
po.
category natin, more or less, ano yung mga bulk allotments?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, so the DBM will quickly work on the categorization po, para lang po ma-disaggregate po natin kung alin po doon yung flood control kung ano po yung iba-ibang kinds, kung seawall po ba, flood control, drainage. If we may ask po for a few minutes to work on that po, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague.
Sige, can I get both hard copy and USB later? Okay. How about the allotment releases for the unprogrammed appropriations for 2025? Can you provide or enumerate to me the list of foreign assisted projects that were funded from the unprogrammed appropriations? Next question, para masama nyo na sa paghanap. Are these flood control projects?
Tagal naman itong si Swansea. Ang bihira, oo.
Tama ba itong figures sa website nyo na 58 billion ang na-release for FAPS as of January 1 to August 31, 2025? Ako na lang ang sasagot sa tanong ko.
Hmm.
I-request ko na lang, i-submit lahat in a way na enumerate naman yung mga sinabi ko, ano?
Ang strategy ho ni Swansea dito, pinapaano eh, mainit ka dyan, maghintay ka dyan. Hoy, Swansea, bilisan nyo naman kasi, di ba? Bilisan nyo naman. Tagal eh.
Pakisubmit yung lahat. I'll go to my next question. I need that for my analysis kasi continuing yung question and answer natin sa 2025 at saka 2024. Mukhang walang kamatayan ito, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, our apologies. What we have on hand right now would be just the GOP counterpart of the FAPS component. So, 10 billion pesos pa lang po yung hawak namin out of the unprogrammed appropriations released from FAPS. We are still looking for the kung yung loan proceeds component po. But as soon as we have it, we will share it po, Mr. Speaker.
Pakibigyan nyo na lang sa akin.
distinguished colleague.
Anyway, nasabi ko naman lahat yung aking mga kailangan na data. Okay, next question.
Next question
The
tayo.
2025 DPWH budget keeps increasing with the releases from the unprogrammed appropriations. Can you confirm this? May additional releases tayo sa 2025 for DPWH, di ba?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, for 2025 under unprogrammed appropriations, only the projects released to DPWH are only FAPS projects. Wala po under SAGIP, wala po kasing request under SAGIP.
Ito yung 58.84 billion na FAPS. Is my figure correct?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, yes, we can confirm that. Yun po yun, yung 58.84 billion pesos na nabanggit po kanina, lahat po yun
Actually,
ay foreign assistant.
Yung figures ko galing sa website ninyo. As of August 31, the amount of 58.845 billion was released to DPWH, which was sourced from the 2025 unprogrammed funds. And you confirmed that it's FAPS. With this 58.845 billion, the 2025 program budget of the DPWH amounting to 1.088 trillion will further increase to 1.147 trillion. So, yung existing approved natin ng DPWH, dagdagan mo yung release, yun yung bagong total. Umabot natin 1.147 trillion. Can you confirm this?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, that
Simple
is correct.
addition. Thank you, madam.
Apa.
On the other hand, the amount of 9.
Ito kasi si Swansea ito nga. Swansea, hindi ka makakaisa dyan kay Congressman Ungab. Yung mga tanong niya na yan, alam niya na ang sagot. Sabihin niyo na lang kasi totoo, anak ng tokwa.
84 billion was released to DepEd, which was also sourced out from the 2025 and program appropriations. 9.8 billion released to DepEd from unprogrammed appropriation. Is this correct?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we can confirm that amount, the 8 billion pesos mentioned, was released for ICT initiatives of the Department of Education.
Thank you, Madam. With this 9.84 billion release to the 2025 budget of education sector, which has present level of 984.5 trillion, 9 billion, 984 billion, na trillion. Hindi tayo nakaabot ng trillion sa DepEd budget eh. Ano, education sector budget to. 984.562 billion. This will subsequently increase to 994 billion. Can you confirm this? The present level of approved program appropriations of DepEd plus the 9.894 billion. Yun yung bagong total.
That is correct, Mr. Speaker. It would be the total of what's programmed and unprogrammed
And
for DepEd.
thank you for confirming. Then again, this increases the gap between the DPWH and the education sector. Do you agree that the total budget of DPWH in the 2025 budget, including the unprogrammed appropriations, is now 1.147 trillion against the education sector budget of 994 billion. Agree, Madam?
That is correct, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, and that is something that we want to fix in the 2026 budget. Na we recognize po, I agree po that one of the things that we noticed with the 2025 budget is that the education sector
Was overtaken.
but essentially po more were funneled towards infrastructure rather than education. But in the 2026 budget po, we commit that we want this to be an education budget. So the budget for education will definitely be more than the budget for education.
Yes,
Infrastructure rather.
and I will agree with you because I can see the sincerity in your heart outpouring na hindi talaga mangyayari ito sa 2026. Pero yung tinatanong ko, ma'am, yung 2025.
2025.
So, you confirm that the education sector budget was overtaken by the DPWH budget. Wag na nating... just one question. Sino ba yung gumawa ng bagong definition or composition ng education sector budget? Merong mga press releases doon na binago yung education sector. I just want it clarified here.
Please wrap up, sir.
I still have 16 minutes pa lang ako. Di ba? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Allotted.
The arrangement
Ito na. Oy, Ortega, manahimik ka dyan ha. Kung di ka rin lang naman magtatanong, manahimik ka dyan. Nag-i-enjoy pa ako sa mga tinatanong nitong si Kong Ungab eh.
was 10 to 15 minutes per member.
Again?
10 to 15 minutes per member.
Remaining. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, I would be very happy to answer more queries from our distinguished colleague. With regard to that po, that is at which point it happened po?
Nako, nauutal-utal na itong si Nika Samsing.
On the part of the DBM, we are not able to ascertain as to which stage in the budget process that transpired, kung saan po tumaas. But it seems to, again, just looking at it po,
Are they disputing that the education sector budget was overtaken by DPWH? I want
Sige.
that on record.
Oh.
Because it's very clear from the figures that the budget of DPWH has overtaken, infra budget has overtaken the education sector. And please remember that there's a pending case in the Supreme Court on this. Hindi lang marami ang nag-file yata eh. Hindi lang isa o dalawa.
Yan.
Honorable Ungab, you still have 20 minutes. Independent pala. So only the minority has registered 10 to 15 minutes each. So you may finish your 15 minutes. Your 30 minutes in total. Thank you, sir.
Gulat ka, no? Independent, no? Ay, nako. Ay, nako.
I just want to, anyway, habang nagdi-discuss kayo, naka-charge sa oras ko sa minutes. It is clear in the President's budget message in 2025 na sinabi niya yung priority sector niya is education sector. Nakasulat doon, 977 billion budget. Tapos, 900 billion lang yung number 2, which is the DPWH. So, kung ano-ano yung dinagdag doon sa BICAM, at ano yung binawas, including all that was vetoed, yung 26 billion direct veto, mataas pa rin. Mataas pa rin ang DPWH budget.
Nako.
Also, hindi ba nasa BASF yung komposisyon? Nasa BASF yung komposisyon ng education sector budget.
Nako po.
Hindi pwede baguhin yun. Sige, ma'am.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, in terms of the total for the different sectors in the 2025 budget, the total for public works under DPWH amounts to 1.007 trillion. As opposed to education, yung total po for the education cluster, so that is comprised of DepEd, SUCs, SHED, TESDA, the NDCP, GHQ, PMA.
Teka lang, DepEd lang. Pinagmi-mix-mix nyo na naman, minekos. Yung justification nila pinag-usapan dito, DepEd lang. Anak ng tawa.
LG, under DND, DILG, LGA, PPSC, PNPA, DOST, and other infrastructure projects attributed to the education sector. If we add all of that po, that would total to 1.055 trillion pesos. So if we look at it from a sectoral standpoint po, the education still is number one in terms of the budget for 2025 at 1.055 trillion as opposed to public works amounting to 1.007 trillion pesos.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The composition of the education sector is found in the BASF, page 298. Hindi nyo pwede babaguhin yung composition ng
Binago nyo na
education
naman eh.
sector.
Binago nyo na.
And the increases under the
Binago nyo na naman eh. Diyan kayo magaling eh.
increases. Taking on to
Wala kayo
consideration
lusot.
the same education sector components in the BASF will make the education sector budget, including the releases for unprogrammed appropriation and the original program appropriations total after BICAM is only 994.45 billion. Total DPWH is 1.147 billion, including the releases in the unprogrammed as of August 31. Dapat careful kayo nito kasi may ongoing case na ito sa Supreme Court eh. Nag-release pa rin kayo na nag-release. Sa unprogrammed. Diba? The Constitution is very clear
Yan. Ano?
that we
Hindi.
cannot go beyond education sector budget. Bakit nauuna pa yung priority yung infrastructure, and despite the questions, a lot of questions, nagdagdagan pa ng 58 billion.
Anak ng Petrang Pata. Akala ko malinis na itong 2026 budget. Yan ang problema natin dito eh. Akala nyo siguro, porkit na pinalitan nyo na yung appropriation chairperson, akala nyo siguro pinalitan nyo na yung speaker. Akala nyo siguro nagkaregudo na sa Senado. Basta-basta na lang natin palulusutin yung budget na yan. Hindi makakaligtas yan sa mapanuring mata nitong si Congressman Isidro Ungab. Palakpakan natin itong si Ungab. Dapat pinapalakpakan yung mga ganyang kasing galawan sa House of Representatives, di ba? Oh.
Saan program?
Kaya kayo ha. Kala makakaisa pa kayo ha. Yeah.
Well, earlier, Madam, the chairperson said, you agree with me that the education sector budget was overtaken. And after conferring, kung hindi ko tinanong na binago niyo yung composition, sino bang nagbago talaga ng composition ng... Ibig sabihin, binago niyo yung BESF. Nandito sa page 298 yung BESF eh. At saka yung President message is clear.
Yan.
And to add to that, yung House Bill for the General Appropriations Bill, yung introductory part, cited those figures also, both BESF and the President's message. Please do not change. Please do not change just to justify na mataas pa rin ang education sector. I cannot agree with that, Madam.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, actually, as mentioned by our distinguished colleague, this is a subject of a case that is currently ongoing. And the figures that I cited po just now are the figures that are also these are the figures being used by the OSG in the case. So, if looking at that standpoint po, unfortunately, we are not able to delve deeper into it given that it is a subject of a case. But with regard to the figures that the OSG is using for the case, total po na education is 1.055 trillion and the total for public works will be 1.007 trillion. So in that po, education is still number one as compared to public works.
We are here legislating, and the basis for the GAA will be the NEP and the BESF. Yung BESF last year, bakit mag-iiba yung composition? I kept track of the figures. Saka nagdagdag pa kayo ng release ngayon sa program. Di ba? Anyway, Madam, the time allotted is charged sa akin. May I go to my next question? Kasi habang hindi pa kayo nagkakasundo, time na, 5 minutes lang naiwan sa akin. Can you, isubmit nyo na lang sa akin ito. Can you give me a breakdown of the amount released through for DA, DPWH, DSW, NEDA, and PRA, which are charged under the SAGIP, no? Strengthening Assistance for Government Infrastructure Program. And I would like to request that if you could give me the specific dates of the releases. This is very, very important. Then last but not least, this question. There was a newspaper item quoting the chairperson of the Appropriations Committee, the Honorable Chair, saying that the unprogrammed appropriations is the source of funds for the flood control projects. Can you give me the details of this? What are these projects and when were these projects released?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, that is... I definitely did not say that in an interview po. Perhaps that was something that was lifted from the first set of deliberations during the start of the plenary deliberations. So, ang nabanggit lang po doon is that certain flood control projects in the previous years were released from unprogrammed appropriations.
Previous years?
Previous years po.
Previous year.
2024,
2025,
2023. I believe that was the amount quoted, around 141 billion pesos po. That would be attributed to 2023 and 2024.
Well, wala na akong oras. Supposedly, marami pa akong tanong. Ang explanation ko lang dito, doon sa NEP at sa GAA, naka-identify kasi isa-isa kung nasa saan yung flood control project. Pagdating sa program, hindi naka-identify. Malalaman na lang natin sa pag-release.
Gulatan na lang,
But-
nagulatan.
With all the, I would say, exposés, with all the investigation, I think lalabas talaga lahat yan eh. Sa gobyerno, yung nakakalusot sila sometimes accountability and transparency. However, in the end, the law will catch them because may records talaga na lalabas yan. Either sa COA, sa releases, sa SARO, pagdating dito sa bidding, ang daming agencies eh. Matitrace at makikita talaga yan. Hindi pwedeng makalusot. So, to my colleagues, I hope and I pray that we will have a better budget for 2026. Sana.
Sana. Habang nandyan ka, Congressman Isidro Ungab, kami sigurado makakaasa na mabantayan yung budget na yan. Kasi mantakan nyo mga kababayan. Yung budget ng Department of Education. Para pagkakalam natin, Department of Education. Ang ginawa ko nila, pinagmekos-mekos na ho nila. At nang naisipan nito mga walang yung congressman na to, akala ko siguro makakalusot sila. Hindi kayo makakalusot. Yan sa mga mapapanuring mata na yan itong si Congressman Isidro Ungab. As always, maraming salamat po sa pag-support sa PH Update. Mag-ingat po kayong lahat. Malinat ng Pilipinas. Maraming salamat mga kababayan.